Have you ever wondered if your body has a built-in cleaning crew? It does, and it works tirelessly behind the scenes in a process known as autophagy. The word itself comes from ancient Greek and literally translates to self-eating, but it is a remarkably positive and essential biological function. Imagine each of your cells as a tiny, bustling city. Over time, parts of that city, like old proteins, worn-out organelles, can become damaged or dysfunctional. Autophagy is the city's sanitation department, methodically collecting cellular debris, breaking it down into basic components, recycling them for energy-building new, healthy cell parts. It maintains cellular health and resilience. This internal housekeeping is crucial for overall well-being. Efficient autophagy keeps cells youthful and at peak performance. It helps protect against age-related conditions. Scientists believe autophagy can help protect the brain, support heart health, maintain a robust immune system. The efficiency of this system is not always constant. Certain lifestyle choices can enhance or suppress this cleaning mechanism, putting us in the driver's seat of cellular maintenance. So how can we encourage this cleaning process to kick into high gear? One of the most effective triggers is fasting. When you temporarily stop consuming food, your body undergoes a remarkable metabolic shift. It begins to exhaust its readily available glucose stores and looks for alternative fuel sources. This mild, controlled stress signals cells to be more efficient. The body activates autophagy more robustly, seeking damaged components to convert into energy. This is not starvation, but a calculated metabolic switch, prompting deep internal spring cleaning with long-term benefits. Understanding fasting autophagy links unlocks metabolic benefits. Fasting becomes a strategy for cellular health, not just weight loss. Strategic meal timing creates conditions for essential maintenance. Fasting has been part of human culture for thousands of years. Modern science is now explaining why fasting can be so beneficial. One of the most popular and accessible ways to begin a fasting practice is the 16-8 method, a form of time-restricted eating. The concept is refreshingly simple. You fast for a continuous 16-hour period and consume all your meals within the remaining 8-hour window. A very common schedule involves skipping breakfast, breaking the fast around noon, finishing your last meal by 8 p.m. This structure allows you to fit 2 well-portioned meals, 3 well-portioned meals into your eating window, making it feel less like a restrictive diet and more like a simple adjustment to your daily rhythm. Many people find this pattern integrates smoothly into their social and work lives, as it often only requires forgoing 1 meal. The metabolic magic of the 16-8 protocol begins to unfold during those 16 fasting hours. As your body works through its last meal, your insulin levels gradually fall. Lower insulin is a critical signal that tells your body to stop storing fat, start burning it for energy. This shift from using glucose to using fat is the first step toward metabolic flexibility, the ability of your body to efficiently switch between fuel sources. While a 16-hour fast is relatively short, some initial studies suggest that the early stages of autophagy can be initiated toward the end of this period, especially as the body fully transitions into its fasted state. It provides a gentle nudge for your cells to begin their preliminary cleanup. The data on 16-8 fasting is encouraging, particularly for beginners. Studies have often shown that individuals practicing this method tend to naturally reduce their overall daily calorie intake without consciously counting calories, which can lead to modest but sustainable weight loss. For instance, a 2018 study published in Nutrition and Healthy Aging found that obese adults practicing 16-8 for 12 weeks lost a small amount of weight and saw a significant reduction in their systolic blood pressure. The key benefit is its consistency. It teaches your body to become comfortable with short periods without food, laying a solid foundation for metabolic health improvements over the long term. For those who find daily restrictions challenging, the 5-2 method offers a different kind of flexibility. This approach, also known as intermittent fasting, involves eating normally for 5 days of the week and significantly restricting your calorie intake on the other 2 days. On these fasting days, it is typically recommended that women consume around 500 calories, men around 600 calories. It is important that these 2 low-calorie days are not consecutive. For example, you might choose Monday-Thursday. This rhythm allows you to maintain your normal eating patterns and social life for the majority of the week, which many people find makes the plan much more sustainable in the long run. The metabolic benefits of the 5-2 diet are rooted in the sharp periodic reduction in energy intake. On those 2 low-calorie days, your body experiences a more significant metabolic shift than it would during a shorter daily fast. With such a low influx of calories, insulin levels drop substantially, prompting a more pronounced switch to fat burning. This periodic shock to the system is what makes the 5-2 method effective. Scientific reviews comparing it to traditional continuous calorie restriction have found that it can be equally effective for weight loss. On your 2 fasting days, the deeper caloric deficit creates a stronger stimulus for autophagy. As the body senses a significant drop in available energy, it ramps up its cellular recycling processes to generate fuel and clear out waste more aggressively. This intermittent but powerful activation of autophagy may be a key reason why the 5-2 diet is linked to benefits beyond just weight loss, such as reductions in markers of inflammation like C-reactive protein. The body isn't just losing weight, it's engaging in a periodic, deep cellular cleaning that supports overall systemic health. The normal eating days then allow the body to refuel and rebuild, creating a healthy cycle of breakdown and repair. One common pitfall with the 5-2 method is the temptation to overindulge on the 5 normal eating days, which can undo the deficit created on the fasting days. The intention is to eat sensibly, not to feast. Another mistake is choosing the wrong kinds of foods for the 500 to 600 calorie days. To manage hunger and provide maximum nutrition, it is best to focus on high-protein, high-fiber foods like lean chicken, fish, plenty of non-starchy vegetables. These choices will help you feel fuller for longer and provide essential nutrients. The 1 meal a day protocol represents one of the more intensive forms of intermittent fasting. As the name suggests, individuals following this plan consume their entire daily caloric intake within a very short window, typically 1 hour, and fast for the remaining 23 hours. This creates a prolonged daily fasting period that pushes the body into a deeper metabolic state than shorter fasts. For many, this single meal is taken in the evening, allowing them to fast throughout the workday. The sheer simplicity of planning and preparing only 1 meal per day is appealing to some, but the intensity of the 23-hour fast makes this a more advanced strategy that requires careful consideration. From a metabolic standpoint, OMAD maximizes the time your body spends in a low-insulin, fat-burning state. With a fasting window that extends for nearly the entire day, your body has ample opportunity to deplete its glycogen stores and rely heavily on fat for fuel. This extended period is also highly conducive to stimulating robust autophagy. With 23 hours of fasting, your cells are given a powerful and prolonged signal to engage in deep cleaning and repair. Some research suggests that fasting periods approaching 24 hours can lead to significant increases in growth hormone, which helps preserve lean muscle mass while promoting fat utilization. However, the intensity of OMAD also brings a unique set of challenges and potential mistakes. By far the most critical error is failing to consume adequate nutrition in that single meal. It is incredibly difficult, yet absolutely essential, to pack all of your daily required protein, vitamins, minerals, healthy fats into one sitting. A poorly planned OMAD meal can easily lead to nutrient deficiencies, muscle loss, a weakened immune system over time. To be successful and healthy on OMAD, that one meal must be meticulously constructed to be as nutrient-dense as possible, often requiring larger portions than many people are accustomed to eating at once. Furthermore, OMAD is not suitable for everyone. The long fasting period can cause significant hunger, fatigue, irritability, especially during the initial adaptation phase. Individuals with certain medical conditions should avoid this approach entirely. Diabetes, history of eating disorders, pregnant and breastfeeding women. For healthy adults who choose to try it, a gradual approach is wise, perhaps by starting with 16/8 and slowly extending the fasting window over weeks. OMAD can deliver powerful metabolic results, but its success is entirely dependent on careful planning and listening to your body's signals to ensure it remains a healthy practice, not a detrimental one. The growing interest in fasting is driven by a compelling list of potential health benefits that go far beyond simple weight management. One of the most consistently reported outcomes is, indeed, weight loss. By limiting the eating window, most fasting protocols naturally lead to a reduction in overall calorie consumption, creating the deficit needed to shed pounds. But the mechanism is more nuanced than just eating less. The hormonal shifts that occur during a fast, particularly the drop in insulin, make it easier for the body to tap into and burn its stored fat. This makes fasting a powerful tool for targeting fat loss while helping to preserve metabolically active lean muscle mass. Beyond the scale, many people who fast report a significant improvement in their energy levels and mental clarity. This may seem counterintuitive, but it makes sense from a metabolic perspective. During a fast, as the body shifts from burning glucose to burning fat, it produces ketones. The brain can use these ketones as a highly efficient fuel source. Many people describe this state as feeling, switched on, with less brain fog and more sustained focus throughout the day, free from the energy spikes and crashes associated with high-carbohydrate meals. This steady stream of energy can transform one's productivity and overall sense of well-being, making daily tasks feel less burdensome. Fasting also shows great promise for improving key metabolic health markers, which are crucial indicators of long-term health. Numerous studies have linked various fasting protocols to improvements in blood sugar control and insulin sensitivity. By giving the pancreas a rest from constantly producing insulin, fasting can help reset the body's response to this vital hormone, which is a cornerstone of preventing type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, research has indicated that intermittent fasting can have positive effects on heart health by helping to lower blood pressure, reduce LDL cholesterol, and decrease triglyceride levels, all of which are major risk factors for cardiovascular disease. Finally, the process of autophagy, triggered more profoundly by longer fasts, is perhaps the most exciting long-term benefit. By clearing out damaged cellular components, autophagy helps maintain the health and function of our tissues and organs. This cellular cleanup is believed to play a protective role against neurodegenerative diseases, support immune function, and potentially slow down certain aspects of the aging process. While weight loss and energy are the immediate, tangible rewards, this deep, internal maintenance work is what may provide the most profound and lasting benefits for a lifetime of health and vitality, making fasting a holistic strategy for well-being. As fasting has gained popularity, a number of myths and misconceptions have emerged that can create confusion and unnecessary fear. One of the most pervasive myths is that fasting will inevitably cause significant muscle loss. The fear is that without a constant supply of protein, the body will start breaking down muscle tissue for energy. However, the human body is smarter than that. During short-term fasts, less than 24 to 48 hours, the body primarily uses stored glycogen and body fat for fuel. In fact, fasting can increase levels of human growth hormone, which helps to preserve lean muscle mass. As long as you consume adequate protein during your eating window and incorporate some resistance training, significant muscle loss is highly unlikely. Another common myth is that fasting is synonymous with starvation. This comparison is fundamentally incorrect and misleading. Starvation is involuntary, long-term, an uncontrolled absence of food, which leads to severe nutrient deficiencies and eventually death. In stark contrast, fasting is controlled, voluntary, and temporary abstention from food, for health, spiritual, or other reasons. It is a deliberate and structured practice. When done correctly, fasting is not about deprivation, but about strategic timing. It provides a rest period for your digestive system and triggers beneficial metabolic shifts, whereas starvation is a state of severe and harmful deficiency that the body cannot sustain. Many people also believe that you must endure extremely long fasts to see any real benefits. This all-or-nothing mindset can be discouraging and prevent people from starting at all. The truth is that the benefits of fasting exist on a spectrum. Even modest fasts, such as a simple 12 to 14-hour overnight fast, can begin to lower insulin levels and give your digestive system a rest. The 16-8 protocol, which is very manageable for most people, has been shown to improve metabolic markers. While deeper autophagy and more significant hormonal changes may require longer fasts, you do not need to jump straight to a multi-day fast to start improving your health. Every fasting hour counts. Embarking on a fasting journey doesn't have to be an intimidating leap into a 23-hour fast. The best approach is almost always a slow, gentle, and observant one. The most practical way to begin is by simply extending your natural overnight fast. Most of us already fast for about 8 to 10 hours while we sleep. Your first goal could be to stretch that to a consistent 12 hours. This might mean finishing your dinner by 7 p.m. and not eating again until breakfast at 7 a.m. It is a small, achievable change that allows your body to experience a full digestive rest and a slight dip in insulin levels without feeling overly restrictive. For your simple, practical tip to try this week, focus on achieving this 12-hour fast for just 3 consecutive days. Don't worry about changing what you eat yet. Just focus on the timing. For example, if you finish dinner at 8 p.m., commit to not consuming any calories until 8 a.m. the next morning. During the fasting period, you can and should drink plenty of water, unsweetened black coffee, herbal tea. Pay close attention to how you feel. Do you notice a change in your energy levels in the morning? Is your sleep affected? This simple experiment is a low-risk way to gather personal data. As you try this, remember that the foundation of a successful fast is what you do when you are not fasting. When you break your 12-hour fast, make a conscious effort to have a balanced and nourishing meal. Avoid the temptation to reward yourself with sugary or highly processed foods. Instead, opt for a meal that contains a good source of protein, eggs, yogurt, some healthy fats, avocado nuts, and fiber from fruits, whole grains. This will provide sustained energy and set a positive tone for the rest of your day, preventing energy crashes and reinforcing the healthy choices you are making. Finally, it is essential to listen to your body and recognize that fasting is not a one-size-fits-all solution. While it is safe for most healthy adults, it is not appropriate for everyone. If you have any underlying health conditions, particularly diabetes, if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or have a history of eating disorders, it is crucial to consult with your doctor before attempting any form of fasting. If at any point you feel dizzy, excessively fatigued, or unwell, it is a sign to stop and reevaluate. Fasting is a powerful tool for health, and like any tool, it should be used with wisdom, care, and respect for your own unique biology.